Hey everyone, this is Unlock24, and today I'm going to be showing you a Gigaplant deck. Now, overall, I think for now the deck's going to be a fun deck. It's not really that amazing or that good yet. If you're low rank, maybe between gold and platinum, you might get some use out of it. But let's go ahead and get into the deck profile, and then I'll go ahead and talk about it a little bit. So I'm running 2 Gigaplants, 3 Blazewing Butterflies, 1 4-star Ladybug of Doom, 3 Featherizers, 3 Insect Knights, 2 Supervise, 2 Trunades, 1 Soul Resurrection, 2 Wall of Disruptions, and a Windstorm of Attackwa. You don't really need the Super Alloy Beast Reptinias. I just had it in here just for, I guess, shits and giggles, but you don't really need it. Anyways, you don't want to run 3 Gigaplants because most of the time they're just going to be sitting in your hand. They're going to be clogging everything. And what you want to do, or what like the primary thing is, you want to have the Featherizer most of the time in the first couple of turns. So I am using Restart. And if I don't get a Featherizer, I go ahead and restart to try to go ahead and get it. I was trying to make more space for more copies of Soul Resurrection. Because if you get a Featherizer in the first turn and a Soul Resurrection, most of the time you're going to win the game extremely fast. And the combo is, what you're supposed to do, or what's supposed to happen is you set the Featherizer, they destroy it, you send one of the Gigaplants, and then during their end phase, you activate the Soul Resurrect. You bring the Gigaplant in defense mode. During your next turn, you go ahead and switch the Gigaplant to attack mode. Second summon it, activate the effect, and special summon an Insect Knight or a Blazewing Butterfly. Most of the time, the more secure play would be to bring out a Blazewing Butterfly. And I don't know what exactly it is. I don't know if I want to go ahead and take out these Supervises and add more copies of Soul Resurrection. I'm still playing with the build. This isn't the final build, I would say. This is more of a fun deck. I don't think it can do that well in competitive, and it won't do that well because if your opponent summons anything over 2400, most of the time you'll be done. There's nothing you can do about it. Another thing, if you play against ancient gear monsters, you're just gonna completely get destroyed after they summon the golem, or if they get one of their level 4 gear monsters over 2400. If they do, there's basically nothing you can do because if they have their effect activated, you can't activate the wall. The only thing you can activate is the windstorm, and that's about it. But again, if you play against the ancient years, you're just gonna auto lose most of the time. So it's a fun deck. I think the deck is missing the Lone Fire Blossoms. When we get Lone Fire Blossoms, I think it'll be a lot better. It'll be way faster. You will be able to do way more combos, and one of the key cards that you use a lot, or that it's really good in the deck, is the Lone Fire Blossoms. Reasonings, we only have 1 copy of Reasoning, I think, and Monster Gates, and we only have 1 copy of Monster Gate also. So the deck isn't there yet. Hopefully they add the Lone Fire Blossom, not too soon, because then it'll make the plants kind of OP, and there's a lot of high level plants that you can use right now. So hopefully they don't add Lone Fire Blossoms anytime soon, because then it'll be like high-end monsters or high attacking monsters everywhere. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the replay. Oh, and I did change the modes now to where it'll show days and nights. I didn't know you had to turn that on settings. Oh, and they added a new card with the whole dual meter thing, and we'll talk about it afterwards, I guess. I'm in really low rank. It's gold rank 3. Haven't played much. Just the only time I played is yesterday and today. And here are the replays. All right, the first one. All right, so this one, it's really low rank gameplay, so don't expect something like way out there, but this, I think he just bricked. And these are the first 5 games that I played with the deck, I think. And I did have a previous version of the deck, but it wasn't doing that well. It was more like a Gemini build. with what is it? That insect that mills to try to get to the gem to the Gigaplant as fast as possible. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it wasn't any good. So I didn't want to even show you guys that version of the deck. But I'm just going attacking with the Featherizers. I didn't want to go ahead and summon anything else because I didn't know what he was playing. I didn't know if he could have just like OTK'd me during one turn. So go ahead and activate the Trunade and then just go for game after that. Again, this guy just bricked, and you see that a lot in this lower ranks, especially in gold. Alright, so that's game on that one. Alright, this one I don't remember what he was playing, but we'll see here in a bit. And I increased the gain on the microphone. Hopefully that fixes the problem to where the voice sounds really low. I must check it whenever I edit and see how well it sounds. Alright, so I did get a Featherizer, so I didn't do anything else, and I did get a Soul Resurrection, so that's kind of the perfect opening hand. He's again gold rank, so he's running Stop Defense. Featherizer activates. I send the Gigaplant to the graveyard. I get to draw a card for Featherizer. I go ahead and do the Resurrect on the Gigaplant. Get the Gigaplant to attack with second summon, and then bring out the insect. Knight. I attack, and he enemy controllers, and then I just end my turn. But most of the time at this point, your opponent's not going to be able to do anything unless they summoned something that's going to be able to get over a Gigaplant. And here I do have the Wall of Disruption. Most of the time that's going to win the game, the Wall of Disruption. And he's basically out of cards in hand, and I have plus like 4 on him. So there's nothing he can really do, and then this 4-star Ladybug of Doom is just going to completely punish him. And there it goes. Now Tribute for Gigaplant and then just attack for game. And that was it for him. Okay, the next one against Mako. This was actually a decent game. It wasn't like a really high end game, but it was a decent game. I thought he almost had me at one point, but let's take a look at it. And I'm going second. Alright, so he is using Mythic Depths, and he's using some of the newer cards with the, I think he was using the Sea Hunter. I go ahead and activate Restart. I do get a Featherizer and a Soul Resurrect again. For some reason, I'm always drawing the Soul Resurrect. I was thinking I had 2 copies of it, but looking at the deck looking at the deck, it only had a single copy. Alright, so there's a Soul Resurrect. I get the Gigaplant back. And then my turn, I go ahead and change it to attack mode, the second summon it, and then get the butterfly, and then he Sphere Karibos, and then I knew that was a Yomi ship. That's why I attacked it with the Blazewing Butterfly. Here he Neo Daedalus me, which I had to, I was forced to activate the Windstorm. And then after that, I did get lucky and get another Supervise. So the Blazewing Butterfly turns into a Gigaplant, which turns into another Blazewing Butterfly. And then Supervise activates, and I get the other Blazewing. And here, unfortunately, I couldn't get over the Neo or the Daedalus because of the enemy controller. I was kind of lucky in his part too. And he is able to destroy my Gigaplant and my Blazewing, but the other Blazewing activates, or I second summon and activate, get the Gigaplant activate effect to get the Blazewing again. So he does have to destroy both my monsters in order for me to be out of everything, and he does. And then he negates the effect, which it doesn't really matter. I did get the Wall of Disruption. I think that's mainly what's winning most of the games is that wall. Because after that, he doesn't really have much of anything. And I have a Featherizer in defense mode, and then he surrenders during the next turn. Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and do this last one, this one against Ancient Gears, since we are hitting that 10-minute mark. Alright, so playing against Ancient Gears. So most of the time, like I said, I think this. I don't remember if this is a win or a loss, but most of the time against Ancient Gears, it's most likely going to be a loss. I do have a Featherizer and a Supervise face down. He doesn't attack, which is kind of smart, not attacking. Again, not attacking again. And there's the Soul Resurrection. And he attack into a wall. And then he Ancient Gear tank. So that Ancient Gear tank's kind of... Okay, I remember this game now. Alright, Featherizer activates at the Gigaplant. And here I can't activate the Soul Resurrection because of that effect. So I activate during the end phase. I can go ahead and second summon. And then Supervise to activate the effect. And then get the Ignite. But unfortunately I couldn't activate the Trunade because I don't have anything on the back row. So I just decided to give up. And then just attack and then get finish the thing. Because I wasn't going to be able to do much of anything. And the fact that he had the equip card, it meant that it was a game for sure because I was only at 500 life points. But let's go ahead and leave the replays there, and let's go talk about this card that they've added with the Duelathon. Let's see if it'll click on it. Alright, so they added a Fossil Tusker. It's a super rare. When this card destroys an opponent monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict 400 damage to your opponent. Alright, it is a decent card and it is a rock type, which I think they're trying to push rock types now. But overall, I don't know how good the deck's gonna be with the spirit that was added. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try tomorrow and see how well it works. Let's see. I think it's like towards the end of when you'll get it. So I won't have a copy of this guy just yet, since it's 3,400 points, and I don't think I'm gonna get there tomorrow. But I will do a rock deck, I guess, tomorrow, and I'll show you guys. So that's gonna be it for today. If you have any questions or comments, do leave them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and if you are enjoying my content, do subscribe. And I'll see you next time.